Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are taking a closer look at another fascinating United States state quarter. In this video, we'll explore the coin's history, design, symbols, mint details, and its importance to collectors. Every state quarter tells a unique story about America's heritage, culture, and landmarks, making these coins much more than everyday currency. If you enjoy coin collecting and learning about the history behind U.S. coins, stay with us as we uncover the interesting details of this remarkable quarter. Let's begin our coin journey. The 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter is part of the popular 50 State Quarters program issued by the United States Mint from 1999 to 2008. This coin honors the state of New Hampshire, which became the 9th state to join the Union on June 21, 1788. The obverse front of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Designed by John Flanagan, Washington's portrait has appeared on the quarter since 1932, and remains one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The reverse back of the 2000 New Hampshire quarter showcases the famous Old Man of the Mountain, a natural rock formation located in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. The design also includes the state motto, Live Free or Die, one of the most famous and powerful state mottos in the United States. The phrase reflects New Hampshire's strong tradition of independence and personal liberty. The coin bears the inscriptions New Hampshire 1788, E Pluribus Unum, and 2000. Although the actual Old Man of the Mountain formation sadly collapsed in 2003 due to natural erosion, it remains an enduring symbol of the state and continues to be celebrated in New Hampshire's culture and history. The Old Man of the Mountain was a unique series of granite ledges that, when viewed from a certain angle, resembled the profile of a human face. For generations, it served as one of New England's most famous natural landmarks and attracted visitors from around the world. By featuring this iconic formation on the state quarter, New Hampshire preserved its image for future generations. The design was selected through a public process that allowed residents to participate in choosing the symbols that best represented their state. The quarter, therefore, reflects not only New Hampshire's natural beauty, but also the pride and involvement of its citizens. The 2000 New Hampshire quarter is composed of a copper core covered by layers of cupronickel, giving it a silver-colored appearance. It weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. Millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, making them common in everyday pocket change. However, collectors often search for examples in high grades, uncirculated condition, or with striking errors that can increase their value. Well-preserved specimens with strong details and original mint luster are especially desirable among coin enthusiasts. As part of the groundbreaking 50 State Quarters program, the New Hampshire quarter helped spark widespread interest in coin collecting across the United States. Many people began assembling complete sets of state quarters, learning about American history, geography, and culture through the coins. The New Hampshire issue remains particularly popular because of its connection to the memorable Old Man of the Mountain and the inspiring state motto. Even though the natural landmark no longer exists, the quarter serves as a lasting tribute to one of America's most beloved geological formations and to New Hampshire's enduring spirit of freedom, independence, and resilience. The 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter represents much more than a circulating coin. It serves as a miniature historical monument celebrating the heritage, values, and natural wonders of New Hampshire. The inclusion of the phrase "Live Free or Die" makes this quarter especially distinctive among the state quarters series. The motto was adopted as the official state motto in 1945 and is attributed to Revolutionary War General John Stark, who wrote, "Live free or die. Death is not the worst of evils. These words have become deeply associated with the state's identity and its strong belief in individual freedom. By placing this motto on the quarter, the design captures a spirit that has defined New Hampshire for centuries. The image of the Old Man of the Mountain held special significance for residents and visitors alike. Located in Franconia Notch State Park, the formation stood approximately 1,200 feet above Profile Lake and appeared to be the profile of a man's face carved naturally into the mountainside. The formation inspired artists, writers, and travelers throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. It was even featured on state signs, license plates, and tourism materials. When the formation collapsed on May 3, 2003, many people across the nation mourned the loss of this treasured landmark. The quarter remains one of the most enduring reminders of the famous rock profile, preserving its image forever in American numismatic history. Collectors often appreciate the New Hampshire quarter for its detailed engraving and strong symbolism. Coins struck at the Denver Mint are identified by the D mint mark found on the obverse. While most circulated examples are worth only face value, coins in exceptional uncirculated condition can command premiums among collectors. Special mint errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, or other unusual varieties, may attract additional interest and can sometimes be worth considerably more than standard examples. As a result, many collectors continue to examine rolls and collections of state quarters in search of outstanding specimens. The quarter also highlights the educational impact of the 50 State Quarters program. Before the program began in 1999, coin collecting was often considered a niche hobby. The release of new state-themed quarters each year encouraged millions of Americans to pay closer attention to the coins in their pockets. Schools, families, and collectors used the quarters as a way to learn about the history, geography, landmarks, and traditions of each state. The New Hampshire quarter played an important role in this nationwide movement, introducing people to one of New England's most iconic symbols and inspiring curiosity about the state's rich cultural heritage. Today, more than 2 decades after its release, the 2000D New Hampshire quarter remains a favorite among collectors of modern U.S. coinage. Its combination of historical significance, patriotic symbolism, and the unforgettable image of the Old Man of the Mountain makes it one of the most recognizable issues in the State Quarters series. Whether found in circulation, preserved in a collection, or displayed as part of a complete state quarter set, this coin continues to tell the story of New Hampshire's unique identity and its enduring commitment to freedom, independence, and pride in its natural landscape. The 2001 D Kentucky State Quarter is a commemorative coin issued as part of the United States Mint's highly successful 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated each state's unique history, culture, and heritage. Kentucky was the 15th state admitted to the Union on June 1, 1792, and the quarter proudly displays the inscription, Kentucky 1792. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Like all circulating state quarters, the coin is composed of a copper core clad with layers of Cooper nickel, weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. The reverse design of the Kentucky quarter beautifully captures important symbols associated with the state's identity and traditions. The centerpiece of the design is My Old Kentucky Home, one of Kentucky's most famous historic landmarks located in Bardstown. The building is a federal-style mansion that has become a cherished symbol of Kentucky history and culture. Above the mansion appears a graceful thoroughbred horse standing behind a fence, representing Kentucky's worldwide reputation as the center of American horse racing and breeding. The inscriptions My Old Kentucky Home, Kentucky 1792, 2001, and E Pluribus Unum complete the design. Together, These elements celebrate Kentucky's rich heritage, beautiful countryside, and deep connection to the horse industry. Kentucky is often called the Bluegrass State because of the bluegrass that grows throughout its fertile pastures. These lush fields have made Kentucky one of the world's leading locations for raising and training thoroughbred horses. Famous races such as the Kentucky Derby, held annually at Churchill Downs in Louisville since 1875, have brought international recognition to the state. By including a thoroughbred horse on the quarter, the design honors an industry that has played a major role in Kentucky's economy, culture, and global reputation. The horse symbolizes strength, elegance, and the long-standing traditions that make Kentucky unique among the American states. The phrase, "my old Kentucky home," refers to a beloved song written by Stephen Foster in 1853. Over time, the song became closely associated with Kentucky's identity and is traditionally sung before the running of the Kentucky Derby. The historic home featured on the quarter is preserved as a state park and museum, attracting visitors who wish to learn more about Kentucky's history and cultural traditions. The inclusion of this landmark on the quarter demonstrates the importance of preserving historical sites and celebrating the stories that connect modern Americans with their past. From a collector's perspective, the 2001 D Kentucky Quarter is an important and attractive issue within the State Quarters series. Millions were produced for circulation, making it relatively common, but collectors seek high-grade uncirculated examples with strong strikes, original mint luster, and minimal marks. Error coins such as off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, and other minting varieties may command higher premiums. The quarter remains a favorite among collectors because of its detailed artwork and meaningful symbolism. It serves as a lasting tribute to Kentucky's role in American history, its famous horse breeding traditions, and the enduring legacy of my old Kentucky home, making it a memorable piece of modern United States coinage. The 2001 D Kentucky State Quarter holds a special place in the 50 State Quarters program because it highlights two of the state's most recognized symbols, horse breeding and historic heritage. Kentucky has long been known as the horse capital of the world, producing some of the finest thoroughbred racehorses in history. The state's rolling bluegrass pastures, mild climate, and rich limestone-based soil create ideal conditions for raising strong and healthy horses. For generations, horse farms across Kentucky have supplied champions to major racing events around the globe. The image of the thoroughbred horse on the quarter pays tribute to this proud tradition and acknowledges the important role the horse industry plays in Kentucky's economy and culture. The historic site depicted on the coin, My Old Kentucky Home State Park, is one of Kentucky's most treasured landmarks. The mansion, also known as Federal Hill, was built in the early 19th century and reflects the architectural style and lifestyle of that period. Visitors from around the world travel to Bardstown each year to tour the home, explore its grounds, and learn about Kentucky's history. The landmark serves as a reminder of the state's rich past and its commitment to preserving historic sites for future generations. By featuring this location on the quarter, the United States Mint recognized its importance as a symbol of Kentucky's cultural identity. Another notable aspect of the Kentucky Quarter is its artistic design. The combination of a stately historic home and a powerful thoroughbred horse creates a balanced image that represents both the state's historical roots and its modern achievements. The detailed engraving demonstrates the skill of the artists and engravers who worked on the State Quarters program. Every element was carefully chosen to reflect Kentucky's character, from the elegant horse standing behind the fence to the graceful depiction of the famous home. This attention to detail has made the coin a favorite among collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The release of the Kentucky Quarter generated considerable excitement among residents of the state. Many Kentuckians viewed the coin as a source of pride because it showcased important aspects of their heritage on a national stage. Schools, museums, and community organizations used the quarter as an educational tool to teach children about Kentucky's history, geography, and cultural contributions. The coin helped foster a greater appreciation for the state's traditions while encouraging participation in the nationwide coin-collecting movement sparked by the state quarters program. Today, the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter remains a lasting symbol of the Bluegrass State. It reminds collectors and the general public of Kentucky's historic landmarks, world-famous horse industry, and enduring cultural legacy. Whether viewed as a collectible coin, a piece of art, or a historical artifact, the quarter continues to tell the story of a state that has made significant contributions to American history and culture. More than 2 decades after its release, it remains a cherished part of countless collections and an enduring tribute to the spirit and traditions of Kentucky.